What is going on, everyone? Overfletch here, and today I'm going to bring you another Fletch Rambles video. So today we're going to be discussing microtransactions. And by the way, if this is your first time watching the Fletch Rambles, consider checking some other ones out. Pretty interesting. And I do like the series. By the way, this is my rambling series where I talk about whatever I really feel like. Usually RuneScape related, usually updates related. This will be kind of a offside what I usually do, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So, for this one also, is there anything else? I think there was something else. Oh well, I can't remember. I'm rambling right now. But for this one, like I said, I want to discuss microtransactions, my thoughts on microtransactions in general. Oh yeah, I also just one other thing I wanted to discuss. I wanted to say really quick, thank you guys so much for the support for the last video, episode 10. You guys blew that out of the park. Like how many views, how many likes, all that stuff. I thought I was gonna get on the video. It's like tripled what I usually get on a ramble. So I thank you so much for that. It definitely showed me some people at least want to see more rambles, and I'm bringing you hopefully 2 this week. There should be 2 this week. Anyways, like I said, this one is going to be about microtransactions. The word itself is gonna mean different things to different people. So it's a pretty it's one of those topics I feel like sometimes, but it's a definite one I really want to talk about, and I want to back up real quick. So, this is useful in my opinion to my argument. I'm not really arguing, but you'll see what I mean. I'm rambling. So, I've been playing this game for about 10 years now. About 2006-ish, I started playing, and I have loved this game ever since I started. That being said, there have been many updates I have adored. There have been many updates I have not really cared either way about, and there have been updates that I don't like at all. So, microtransactions, if you know me personally, you know that I'm not really a big fan of microtransactions. I have pretty, like, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd be that guy who would say, like, get rid of them all entirely. However, when I say this, I don't mean this 100%, as in, like, I'm like every time a treasure hunter or Solomon update, I like roll my eyes, boo, and start going to World 66 to riot Valador. No, I'm not really that kind of guy. I'm not really just a hater for no reason. But I don't really like them. Usually, for a while, I have not liked them for the majority. That being said, though, my stance on microtransactions haven't really changed in the past little bit. That's just some of the updates that Jagesh has done recently has been really giving me a hopeful thought about microtransactions. So, speaking of backing up, I'm gonna start this discussion. I want to discuss about really current microtransaction thingies, but we will be discussing some other ones real quick. So, I'm gonna back it up to Squeal of Fortune. I remember the day Squeal of Fortune came out. It was just like, what is this thing? Oh, you get some spins. That's kind of cool. And then, bam! A few weeks later, well, everyone likes School of Fortune, so, you know, everyone uses it, so you might as well add in these buyable spins. And that didn't go over well. I was very, very against it. Like, I hated the thought of buying keys. Although back then, it really wasn't good. You got 50 GP a lot, you got a lot of crappy rewards, and then you got small amounts of XP. And I mean, it was not good. I don't even think it was efficient back then at all. Even though I still hated it back then. Honestly, I would love if School of Fortune came back just like how it was. Thinking about it. Also, usually one of my gripes have been a lot about School of Fortune itself. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with Solomon's other than maybe the Wicked Pouch. Although now that's outclassed by the Bounty Hunter pouches, in my opinion, very much so, and also the legendary pets. But I don't know. I've kind of just learned to accept the legendary pets. Thankfully, at least the legendary pets aren't something like a promotional thing on spins that you have to buy a lot of spins for, and you get luckily. That's one nice thing about that. And like I said, and you can, if you wait for a sale, you can get it for about 2 bonds in games. So that's not the worst thing in the world. It is a little, I would say overpowered. It's pretty good. It's a pretty big step up if you don't have a Sky Pounce or Legendary Pet, whatever. And yes, I do own one for one's like But Overfletch, you own one. So if you hate microtransactions, why do you use them? And microtransactions really are a necessary evil. So, thing is, microtransactions aren't evil in themselves. Like I said, I will usually endorse I would endorse probably 95% of Solomon store updates. I don't know how many treasure hunter I would, but I'd probably endorse a lot of them. A lot of the cosmetic things like sunglasses, stuff like that, the rare tokens things. I endorse that. Yeah, that's good. People spending real life money for cosmetics. A lot of big games do that. CS:GO, League of Legends, whatever, all that stuff, like the cosmetic stuff. I believe is I know in League there's like skins you can buy, cosmetic stuff, but I don't play these other games. I'm just a RuneScape nerd, so if I'm saying something incorrectly, I just know a lot of other games do use microtransactions properly with no real huge benefit. It's been kind of my gripe. Some of the updates, some of the microtransaction updates. But I'm not here to bang up on microtransactions the entire video. No. Surprisingly not. This is not me trying to hate on microtransactions, cuz that's easy to do. Anyone could do that, and it's just going to cause a lot of conflict. I'm going to try and lay out some of the most recent microtransaction updates that I personally agree with. So, I might be missing some of the recent ones, and honestly, this video is going to be a little pre-recorded because I will actually be out of town when I upload this. So for all I know, there could be an update while I'm gone that lets you buy a Maxscape for $5, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you support microtransactions, but you allow them to do this last update? Really? Like, really, Overfletch?" And I'd be like, "Hey, I wasn't here to see that update. I'm sorry." But this is basing off my logic of now, so this one isn't really a microtransaction update, but it's just the first one to discuss real quick. It'll be a fast one. Is the Fallen Nihil event? It's actually still in game right now, so I can look right now. But if we look at the seasonal update, it's called Birth by Fire, and it's pretty simple. It says, like it says right there, it says the Fallen Nihil collecting burning embers. And if you guys are not playing right now RS3, what you do is every day you do a lot of random things. Like, for example, I'm just doing thieving, and we'll probably scroll up a little bit at my chat log. Yeah, there you go. You find 42 burning embers out of your currency pouch. So it takes a couple hours every day to get to your progress 1000, and you need 10 days of it, and you get your full outfit. And just in case anybody does not know, this is actually what the outfit looks like. I'll go ahead and put it on for a second while we keep discussing some stuff. This update, I really personally like, and there's a few reasons. Let me put this on though. Looks kind of cool, my scarf. But the one thing I really like about this update is it's not one of those you have to buy spins for. You do not have to go out there, purchase spins to do this update. Anybody can do this with a couple hours every day. And if you aren't able to log in a couple hours every day, you can do this. You can shop. It costs 90 rune coins for a day of currency, and then you get the extenders. So, if you're one of those people that's maybe out of town for 5 days, and you really want to get this outfit, you can do that. Or you can buy the entire set for 700 rune coins, not even think about it. I think that's actually 790? I think I'm actually doing that wrong in my head. That's randomly in my head, so if I'm wrong, don't be upset at me, guys. I don't want to sit here and calculate, but actually, I'm going to do it now just because I can. YOLO, whatever, times 2. Sure? 770. Holy shit. Wow. It's really late, by the way, guys. I'm trying to record all these. I'm trying to get out like 7 videos for you guys while I'm gone, so that's another ramble for another day, but I'll talk about my trip I'll talk about my vacation, probably another ramble when I get back home. But yeah, this update I am honestly very, very for. It's a very, very balanced update. Like I said, so this is one of those I have a gripe with. None of the really current ones I have any gripes with, by the way. There's actually one I will talk about, but actually there's 2. I'll talk about those in a little bit. But following Nihil, also, let me pull this up real quick. You can get, say right here, yeah, bonuses and skilling, like 50% fire making, 20% cooking as a main account. It doesn't work for Ironman, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it doesn't. So it's pretty nice. Like, you don't have to do anything for that. You can just go do it right now. There's no limit for being a spinner or whatever. You get some cool things, but I really like that. It's not limited to someone who buys spins and all that good stuff. Good on you, Jagex, for making a nice, balanced little seasonal thing. You easily could have made a money grab. Easily could have done it, but they didn't. So, thank you for that. Another one, speaking of money grab, I want to talk about is a Mimic. So, for those of you unaware, a Mimic, the boss, is like now kind of a seasonal thing because it came out last year and it came back to this year. Basically, a Mimic is like a chest, like a monster that's a treasure chest, and it's actually in many games. I think it goes back to like, I swear, to the 80s. I swear Mimic is like really old. Like Dungeons and Dragons. I might be incorrect. I'll probably look this up after the video, honestly, because I love like learning stuff like that. But I know Mimic's a very old thing. That being said, in RuneScape, Mimic is it's like a little boss that you get 5 free kills of a day. But if if you buy spins, I think spins you can get like more of the tokens or whatever, like from spins. So you can probably get as many as you want a day. Basically, you can buy extra kills. Now, it's really nice when as an Ironman, since we don't have spins, we're able to do 5 kills a day. We don't get that much if you actually watch my latest Ironman Completion Series video. I won't spoil it, but I didn't get that great loot from 10 kills, but it's not a bad thing. It's really fun. Like I said, it's not locked out. Like, it could have been 1 kill a day. 5 kills is actually probably smart for them because it entices people to kill more. Like, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself right now, but I am actually very excited, very happy about this update. I think it's very balanced. I know they have to have a balance where it's people who spend or people and stuff will get a little bit more, and people who play the game get something. Like, oh, there's so many updates that they've done where it's just been one-sided. So I'm really glad to see things like that come up more often. And speaking of one-sided, another update I really want to talk about, which is one of my main ones I actually wanted to discuss, is the elite skilling outfits. So, for those of you unaware, recently, I actually discussed this in my last ramble, but I want to go more in depth because I know more about this stuff now, and I know about how long it takes and stuff. So, for those of you unaware, the elite skilling outfits are on Treasure Hunter, and basically they're really good skilling outfits for each of the skills. And for a long time, they were on Treasure Hunter, and they cost a lot of spends, a lot of money, a lot of time. Ironman could not get them, and some of them were pretty controversial. No matter however someone feels about Treasure Hunter, you have to agree some of them were pretty controversial. However, Jagex did something really recently that actually was pretty awesome. What they did was, so far, two skilling outfits, elite mind you, are now attainable in game. I can actually show partially. I have myself some golems, some gemstone golem fragments. Actually, some guys wearing one of the outfits right now, right there. Actually, another guy right there. I didn't even realize I was gonna be him. Tryharn. Actually, I can name this guy right now. So this guy is wearing actually the magic golem, the full magic golem, and that's actually what you can attain. Now, one of my friends recently with 99, because there's different tiers, and you unlock this at level 70 of rune crafting and 70 of mining. I'm actually gonna look this up while I'm talking to you guys, so I don't give you guys any misinformed information. But yeah, you unlock these things at level 70 in each stat. And one thing very nice about it is, like, it takes, what is it? Oh, okay. My friend that was level 99, well, at least level 99, took about 15 hours for his rune crafting one. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm really good at rambling, by the way. You guys can see it. That basically, like I said, it's rune crafting elite outfit and the mining ones. So basically, these fragments, like I said, I have the gemstone. I don't know what the runecrafting ones are called, but you'll probably know what they are if you have them. So what happens is, straight from the wiki, approximately about 100, it's 90 to 100, are received about every 5-minute intervals while mining. I'm actually curious if I mine right now, will I get any randomly? I don't know how many I had in the last clip. I'm actually not gonna, I don't want to mess with this person. If you guys don't know how the Saturn zones work, basically every time someone else mines one, it's gonna mess them up. So I don't want to mess them up, but I want to see maybe I got a really cheeky one. But you need 3,600 fragments to make one piece, and there's 15 pieces. I think 15, because there's 5 for each set, and there's 3 sets. Yeah, 50. You need 54,000 total to make all 3 sets. And my friend said, like I said, it took him about 15-ish hours to get the rune crafting one at level 99 base. And for those of you unaware, at level 99, you get 2 times more fragments. At level 120 minimum, you get 3 times more fragments. And level 200 million, or not level 200 million, at 200 million XP, you get 300 times more fragments, or 3 times, whatever you want to say. So, that being said, basically, you have to get level 70 in the stat to unlock getting the fragments. So, basically, if you were just level 70, it would take you about 30 hours to get about. And like I said, I'm saying approximate. So, if it takes you 35 hours of rune crafting, I'm sorry. Like I said, these aren't straight, like, these aren't straight, facts 100%. This is just, estimations from people I know who have gotten it so far. But yeah, you also need you need 70 mining. But another nice thing which I really like they're doing this, you actually have to have 70 invention and 80 mining to be able to make the golem outfit, and I believe 80 rune crafting as well, with to unlock the other one. Basically what I'm trying to say, I don't even know the name of the rune crafting outfit. I'll look it up real quick, but I don't actually know it at the top of my head. But yeah, you actually need invention unlocked to make the outfit. But thankfully, you don't need it to create, like, to get the fragments themselves. To get the fragments. Yeah, you need 80 rune crafting and 21 invention to make the rune crafting outfit. And it's called Ethereal. Rune Ethereal. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, that one. And it's actually Rune Ethereal fragments, so I really like that update, and I was honestly really surprised when I heard about it. I don't remember what mod tweeted it or said it on Reddit. I know it was on Reddit. I might be wrong, but I think Mod Osborne discussed this at least some point. I might be wrong about that, but I swear Mod Osborne also talked about this at least at some point. I really do like it. I do love this update, and I'm so glad it came out. Especially so Ironman can actually get it. But like I said, it's my favorite quote-unquote because this is a real update, but this is my favorite microtransaction update that's actually become an update. Speaking of microtransactions, one problem I know like a lot of people have with microtransactions is sometimes there'll be updates that they deem that are stolen or ripped out of the game that would have been game content. Say for example, a little bit ago where there was an ARC promotion, I'm pretty sure it was Treasure Hunter, don't think it was Solomon's. Like I said, I don't really keep up with my Treasure Hunter facts, so I might be incorrect sometimes. I'm sorry for that. Like I said, I don't like, it's hard for me to keep up my Treasure Hunter facts when it's not in my face, but there was a ARC promotion, and it had these really cool outfits, and they're actually like tier 70 like armor and stuff, and people were like, wow, it's so cool, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's a microtransaction update, it's a Treasure Hunter update, could have been ARC 2 content, oh well, and then people were really upset, and it's like, wow, like, I remember people made jokes that it had more content in Treasure Hunter than ARC did itself, but yeah, some things like that. Do I personally agree that update would have came out in the main game? It's hard to say for some of those, but personally, that one I didn't really have as much of a problem about. Now, this was a few months ago, so these few ones I was talking about earlier are now very current, and I'm very excited to see this more of a shift. Although, for all we know, the next ones, they won't really care, and they'll go back to their usual ways. But it does seem that at least Jagex understands, and they're trying to meet a medium with us, and I'm excited to see that. I really hope we see some type of medium. Speaking of, there was actually kind of a compromise with the Elite Skilling outfits, which I was actually a little shocked about, and I'll tell you guys in a second why. So basically, the Elite Skilling outfits, what they want to do, they want to make it they have to compromise, and they want it to make it so the whales, people who want to buy the outfits will buy it, and the people who want to wait and gain it through in-game will gain it through in-game. So, you know, they can't release them both at the same time. They decided to give it a 4-month period where an outfit will come up on Treasure Hunter, and then 4 months later, it'll be a game content, which is pretty awesome. Personally, they were talking about, I think it was on stream. I might be wrong. I think it was on a dev like one of the RuneScape streams, because I actually watch all of those, usually for my rambles. But they were talking about how, like, oh, there'll be some type of gap, and I was thinking in my head, okay, it'll be minimum 6 months. I was honestly shocked when I heard 4 months. I was like, wow, that's pretty reasonable. Good on you, Jagex. Thank you. That's one of the updates that recently turned like microtransaction update turned real game that I was actually very excited to hear about. And I was like, wow, Jagex, good on you. You know, keep it up. Proud of you guys. And there was also, I think, another one recently that was like, I don't know. I feel like it just goes back and forth. There's like people like, oh yeah, Jagex, good on you. And then they do an update and people are just like, really? Again? We just praised you. Now you're doing this. Speaking of, oh, I almost forgot about this one. How could I forget? It just happened a little bit ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about, give you maybe a tiny second. Nah, I'm not even giving you a second. I'm talking about Halloween. If you guys don't know, there was some controversy around Halloween and a Halloween Treasure Hunter promotion. Well, a little event. So the Halloween event was one really grindy. It took about, I think, 7 hours to complete, or 20 minutes a day for like a week or something like that. I don't remember how many actual days. I personally did not even play the Halloween event this year or last year. Neither of them really appealed to me personally. My personal style of random events, or sorry, seasonals, are kind of like the Easter. I think the Easter one did this exactly. I think it was this year with the Sasuke Chocolate Factory thing, where it's kind of like a mini quest. It takes like 30 minutes to an hour to complete, and then you're done. You don't go back. I don't care about XP rates. I like to have fun. Jagex, I don't know if Jagex knows this, but sometimes I like to have fun. And every season, yeah, I'll decide to have fun, man. Let me have some fun. So this one, like I said, was grindy again, like the last one. Not as grindy. It wasn't as bad, but it still was grindy. It took a while. That's what it made people a lot of upset. And like I said, I was like, I was kind of like, really, Jagex, again, when they did it. It's not as bad, like I said, but yeah, whatever. But the Treasure Hunter update that I wanted to discuss was, I don't remember what it was titled. It was basically like, it was a zombie walk thing, promotion, where you get the zombie walk. And what you had to do is you had to prestige this card thing like 5 times. And it had some insane, like, stupid requirements. Like, it was, I think it took a lot of people like I swear, like 30, 50 hours, and it was within only a few days. I swear, I don't remember exactly. I might be wrong, but I swear it took a lot of people a lot of time. So, I said, I know it took a while. Actually, I found some of them. Okay. So, yeah, do this, like I said, I'm pretty sure 5 prestiges. Yeah, 5 times. Some of the harder ones were like, deposit 250 manifest shadow cores, so, 250 in total. Burn 500 tortured souls, so if you're an Ironman, any remains, okay. Let's see, yeah, 500 tortured souls, yeah, it's annoying, like I said, because you have to also get 5 gold chests, so 5 times 5, so 25. You have to catch 25 zombie implings, open 25 occults or warps on medium or large. You have to harvest 36 times 5 poison ivies. I'm too lazy to figure that out. You have to cremate 1,000 viral watchers with the Sun Spear, which isn't that bad. You have to fetch, let's see, Blister Wood log 150 times 5, which I'm pretty sure is 750. You have to complete 125 laps to Werewolf Agility cores. You had to mine 1,500 Dial, I don't know how to say that. There's a few other ones, but I really don't want to go and name it forever. Like, oh yeah, it's all these bad ones, but you had to do, like I said, you had to do a lot of really dumb ones in my opinion, but really grindy. So, basically you could either do that, You spend a lot of time doing the things, some of them really annoying, or you could purchase some spins and get the zombie walk for yourself. So a lot of people are upset about that, and I was too personally. I did not agree with a lot of the like the task. I know some people did finish it pretty fast. I saw on Reddit, like I think maybe 12-15 hours someone did it very efficiently with the GE, buying a lot of the stuff. So for an Ironman it would take longer. I don't actually know any Ironman at the moment that have the walk. I wouldn't be surprised if there's any Ironman that have the walk. Like, I won't be surprised at all. I personally didn't want to go for it because I like to make my videos, and 20 or 30 hours it probably took me easily. I don't have that time. That's an Ironman completion series episode right there. It had to be revolved completely around walking like a zombie, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I personally didn't do the event. But I know a lot of people liked it. I know a lot of people did it. So I wouldn't be like upset at people. If I like didn't have as much to do at the moment, I probably would have tried to do it, but all the task I didn't want to do, so I'm not gonna force content just so I can get a override animation that I'm probably not gonna use much. I don't really like the walk animations. I never really have, so I probably wouldn't use it. But that's my opinion on that one. So in summary, basically, recently, a lot of the microtransaction related updates that Jagex has done, I have pretty much supported for the whole part, and I kind of hope Jagex continues in this compromise kind of area. I really hope Jagex stays like this, and yeah. But I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Do you feel that Jagex is in the right direction? Do you think that they will go back to their quote unquote evil ways and let you buy a max cape for only $14,000 this time instead of 15? But let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know in the comments, would you guys, actually I'll tell you guys this later, but there's any topics you guys like me to talk about? Like I said, I ventured out and I decided to make this one about, not about like, a weekly update. I decided to make this one about, some updates that have happened recently. So let me know if you guys like this. If you guys like me to make more kind of like this, or if you guys like me to do maybe, like I said, maybe some other topic. Maybe you want to discuss about. I don't personally know. I would have probably tried it if I could think about it in my head right now. Maybe I'll think of more later. But yeah, if you guys like anything special you guys like me to talk about, and it'd be ideal if it's good enough content, I could definitely do it. So, anyways, thank you so much for listening today, and I will catch you guys with the next Fletch Rambles pretty soon. Actually, there'll be another one probably in a few days. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care everyone.